Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my presentation again for Mathematics 30-1 Alberta Model Answer to Assignment. This is my last video for Binomial Theorem. In my last presentation for Binomial Theorem, I have discussed up to question number 7. Now let's start from question number 8. Question 8 says, the expansion of the expression. Okay, they are asking the expansion for this expression. How do you do this? Let's apply binomial theorem. Okay, let's look at this one. A plus b to the power n, general term k plus 1 term, nck, a to the power n minus k, b to the power k. In order not to confuse with x and y, this x and y term, I introduce difference symbol this time, a plus b n, this is general term. Okay, let's start from here. What is the first term? As we done earlier, we have to start from NC0, that is 3C0. For the first term, we have to put n equal 3, k equals 0. 3C0, a, that is 4 is 3 minus 0, that is 3, b 0, bk. Always follow this one, nck, a n minus k, bk, a n minus k, bk. That is easy. Then go to second term. 3c1, 4x 3 minus 1 minus 2y to the power 1. We did the same thing, okay? 3c1, a to the power 2, b to the power 1, like that. Third term, 3c0, 3c1, 3c2, a minus b, that is 1, b minus 2y to the power 2. Last term, 3c3, a 4s n minus k, 3 minus 3, 0, b to the power of k, 3. Okay, let's input some values. Because in my previous videos, I have explained how to do this value. Factorial, otherwise NC0, that is 1. NC1 is equal to n. NCr equal NCn minus r. By applying this, actually we can figure out this one. 3c0, this is 1. 3c1, by applying this, 3c1 is 1. 3c2 equal 3c1 by applying this. When you plug n equal to 3, and r equal to 2. 3c2 equal 3c 3 minus 2, 1. That means 3c2 equal 3c1. That is equal to 1. This is also, you can apply this formula. 3c3, 3c n minus r, 0. That is 1. This is shortcut, okay? Otherwise, you have a right to get this value from your graphing calculator. Using math function, you can get this value. But you have to know, if you want to become actually excellent student, it is better if you are able to use a shortcut, okay? When in your future math courses, you should be able to know like this. Okay, by plugging this value, let's simplify these other numbers also. Equal, what will become this? 16 s cube. No, 64 s cube. What is this term? 16, 32, 3, 96 minus 96 squared y. What is next term? 4 times 4, 16 times 3, 48 plus 48 xy squared. Last term, 1, 1, negative. negative 8y cube. Now let's check the answers. I think matching answer is A. We have 64s cube minus 96 squared y plus 48. Here plus 48. Third term. Yes, that is right. By simplifying this one, minus 8y cube. In your answer, please correct this. Exponent should be 3 here. That means answer number A. Answer is A. Okay, dear student, now let's go to next question. Question number 9. What it says? If the binomial expression 3x plus 2y to the power 8 were to be expanded. Okay, if this binomial expansion were to be expanded, which term of the expansion could be determined by the expression 8c5 3s to the power 3 2y5. However, somehow they have applied binomial theorem. This is look like k plus 1 term. K plus 1 term, NCK, let's use A and B. A minus K, B K. A equal 3s, N equal 8, let's use A, C K, A equal 3s, B equal 2y, 8 minus K. This is actually, okay, 8 minus K should be here, this is K. In order to match this, what you have to input? I think when you substitute K equal 5, we are getting this one, no? For K equal 5. K equal 5. K equal 5 means T6. When you apply K equal 5, this is like this. Okay? That means exactly the term you are looking for, 6 term. 6 term. Answer is D. Answer is D. Okay, now let's look at the next question. Question number 10. Question number 10. Actually, from 10 onward, these questions are some challenging questions. But if you try, you can do this using the principle and questions we have already learned. The coefficients of question number 10 says the coefficient of x and x4 of the expression. The coefficient of x and x4 of the expression is squared plus 3p upon x to the power 8 are equal. That means when you expand this, there is a term, linear term, x. You are able to see the linear term, you are able to see the term with x4. Those coefficients are equal. That means you have to adjust p value so that those coefficients are equal. Automatically you will get this once you write the general number. Okay. Let's write the general term tk plus 1 nck. N is 8, ck, a is a squared. A squared 8 minus k 3p upon x to the power k. nck, a to the power nck, b to the power k. N is equal to 8. These are a and b. Now let's try to simplify this using the knowledge of exponents. What's the exponent of x here? 2 times 8 minus k, 16 minus 2k, but there is exponent in the bottom, s to the power k. That means you have to subtract this exponent. On the top you have s to the power 16 minus k, 2k, in the bottom you have s to the power k. Once you subtract this exponent, you are getting overall s to the power 16 minus 3k, the balance term is 3p to the power k. Okay, this is the general term. Now let's identify k value plus k values. For the term x, what is k? If this term represents s to the power of 1, that means the exponent should be 1. In order to appear s to the power 1, this exponent should be equal to 1. That means 1 equal 16 minus 3k. Let's develop other equation. 4 is to the power 4. Because question is talking about coefficient of s, coefficient of s4. Now we are trying to figure out the corresponding k values for x and corresponding k value for s to the power 4. For s to the power 4, when this term represents s to the power 4, this exponent should be equal to 4. That means 4 is equal to 16 minus 3k. Now let's solve both of this equation 2.k. Okay, this time actually I am doing this quickly. 3k equal 15, k equal 5. From this equation 3k equal 12, k equal 4. Now let's apply this equation, these k values into here. Okay, now I erase this. The question says coefficient of x equal coefficient of s4. When this represents coefficient of x, the k value is going to be 5. Let's put 5. 8c5, 3p to the power 5 is equal to, when this represents s to the power of 4, k is equal to 4. That means we have to input 4 here. 8c4, 3p to the power of 4. Okay. Now let's erase this and proceed with this equation. Let's solve this equation. First try to figure out this value 8c5 factorial 8 upon factorial 5 factorial 8 minus 5 3. 3 to the power of p5 like 3 5 p5. This one is factorial 8 upon factorial 4 factorial 8 minus 4. 3 to the power of 4 times p4. Now let's try to isolate p. Okay, I am writing this directly. You are able to figure out this one later by writing some steps if you need. Okay. P equal. That means when you divide both sides by p to the power of 4, p4 is cancelled right side. In the left side you have p to the power of 5, p to the power of 5 divided by p to the power of 4. That is p. These two terms cancel. 3 5 3 4, 1 3 remains here. If you move to other side, you have 3 in the bottom like this. Let's move this to right side. Factorial 5, factorial 3 divided by factorial 4, factorial 4. This is like this. Now you can simplify this at your convenience. Let's finalize the answer here. What is factorial 5? Factorial 5 is 5 times factorial 4. This is 5 times factorial 4. Factorial 4 is cancelled. Then 5 remain. Here, okay, now this is gone. Here factorial 3 upon factorial 4. That is 3. This is 4 times factorial 3. Factorial 3 gone. Then 4 times 3, 12. This answer from graphing calculator, otherwise you can calculate this number and divide. I don't have problem with this. No problem, this is answer. P value is 12.5. That means answer is A. Answer is A. Answer is A. Now we have done question 10. In the question 11, actually I have to correct someone. Coefficient of x7 in s squared plus p upon x 11 and coefficient of x minus 7 in x minus 1 upon s squared. This should be 11. Okay, by mistake I wrote this is minus 7 in writing. This writing mistake. In the second expression, the exponent should be 11. This is actually, this question is more similar to the question number 10. You can figure out coefficient of x7 from here, coefficient of s minus 7 from here. Then make them equal and you can solve this in the same manner what we did in the previous question. Okay, I skip this for a moment just to save the time. Let's try other question. That is question number 12. The coefficient of the expansion is 3 plus 1 upon s squared 7 contained in the term x6. The coefficient of the expansion contained in the term x6. We have to find the coefficient of the x6. Okay, that is not difficult. Let's write our general term tk plus 1. nck 7ck, then a to the power 7 minus k, b to the power k. This general term. Let's simplify this. 7ck. What is the power of x? Okay, I try to write 2 steps. S to the power. In this component, power of x is 3 times 7 minus k, 21 times 3k. Here power of x should be s minus 2, s to the power minus 2k. That means 7ck s to the power of. Now in these two products, bases are same. If bases are same, you can add the exponent. That means 21 minus 3k. Now what the question says, we have to figure out the term component x6. That means this is the general term. We can see for the term contained in s to the power 6, the exponent of x should be 6, because we have isolated the x value in one place here. Previous activity it was prevailed in the two different places, but by combining this exponent we have isolated x value. Now we can see x in one place. That means if this represents s to the power of 6, if this represents h to the power 6, this exponent should be equal to 25 minus 3k is equal to 6. Now let's solve for k. 3k equal 15, k equal 5. That means what is the coefficient? Therefore, coefficient is 7ck. There is no any other term. 7ck, 7c5. Let's simplify this. 7c5. Factorial 7 upon factorial n upon r. N minus r means 2. You can simplify this. Factorial 7 means 7 times 6 times factorial 5. As I see factorial 5 here. Factorial 5 times. Factorial 2 means 2 times 1. You can cancel this and this. Okay. Now what's the answer then? Let's check it again. 7ck. Okay, let's check this expression again. S cube plus 1 upon s square to the power 7. My general expression now 7ck s to the power of s3 7 minus k. Then we wrote 21 minus 3k. 21 minus 3k from here. Okay, this should be 21 minus 5k. Please check the previous one. When you put 5k here, we get 21 minus 5k is 5k equal 15, k equal 3. Okay, I corrected this. Previous answer should be this one. That means this is 7c3. 7c3 means this should be factorial 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. Seven, 6, 5, 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial, 3 to 1 factorial 4. These two cancel. Then these 6 cancel. 7 times 5, 35. Answer is 35, okay? Answer is 35 is answer number C. Answer number C. Okay, now we have done actually most of the question out of this 15 question up to question number 12. Regarding question number 13, 14, 15, those are challenging questions, but still you can try this question. But for time being, actually I just introduced this question number 14. If you have time, actually we can complete this. Question number 14 says, what are the values of A so that the coefficient of S squared in the expansion is negative 80? 4 minus 5x 2 plus AH to the power 5. Coefficient of S squared. Coefficient of S squared is equal to negative 80. It has been given in this expansion. Coefficient of S squared negative 80. You have to find values of A. Okay, this is kind of challenging question, but however, within bracket they have given a hint. Write expansion of 2 plus ax to the power 5 up to s to the power 2. Okay, that may be useful. Let's write this expansion. 5c0, 2 to the power of 5, ax to the power 0. 5c1, 2 to the power of 4, ax to the power of 1. 5c2, 2 to the power of 3, ax to the power of we have to write up to here only. Let's see, there should be a meaning. Let's simplify this. 5 is 0, this is 1, this is 5, this is 10, okay? You can check this value from your graphing calculator. Otherwise, you can calculate this. By inputting this binomial coefficient, let's simplify this. 2 to the power of 5, 32. 2 to the power of 4, 60. 16 times 5, 80. 80 ax. Here 10 times 8, 80. Here also we are getting 80. 80 a squared squared. Okay, that means we have 3 terms in this expansion. Now let's go with this. 4 minus 5x times 2 plus ax to the power 5. Okay, let's try to simplify this. You can simplify in this way. 4 times 2 plus ax to the power 5 minus 5x times 2 plus ax to the power 5. Because I used the distributive property, considering this as a single term. This times 4, this time minus 5 is. Now let's apply this figure. 4 times, 4 has to be multiplied with this everything, but consider up to a square term only. Try to catch a square term after multiplying this 4. I think this one, 4 times this. That means, let's write a square term, a square. 4 times this. 4 times 80 a squared, squared. From here, what is a square term? Minus 5s times this, minus 5s times 80, this one. Minus 5s times 80a squared. Okay, while multiplied by 4 here, we figure out a square term only. Square term is getting when you multiply 4 by here. Other doesn't apply. In this term, when you multiply by minus 5 times, this only apply. Now let's write coefficient without x, okay? Coefficient. If you write everything without x, we are getting 320 a squared minus 5 times 80, 400 a. Okay, this is the coefficient. What they are saying? They are saying this coefficient is equal to negative 80. That means 320 a squared minus 400a is equal to negative 80. Let's try to solve this. 320a squared minus 400a plus 80 equals 0. If you divide everything by 80, you are getting 4a squared minus 5a plus 1 equals 0. Okay, let's try to factor this. 4a minus 1, a minus 1 equals 0. Yes. Try to follow the decomposition procedure, then you are getting these factors. Now by setting this to 0, you are getting 2 values. That means a is equal to 1/4 and O a is equal to 1. This answer, okay? That means the overall coefficient, if the overall coefficient of x squared is equal to minus 80. This is the value of A. Answer is answer number A. Answer number A. This is, I know this is kind of challenging question, but actually, if you are moving with this mathematics, you should be able to handle this kind of question. That is not a problem, still that is useful for grade 12 level binomial theorem. Okay, that is for everything. Now from the series of video, I have covered actually under the permutation and combination 3 videos, under the binomial 3 videos, then altogether maybe during this series of video, I have covered about 20 videos. Okay, I think for the student who are taking pre-calculus 12 in Alberta, as well as for the student who are taking pre-calculus 12 in any other province also, these are useful. For example, some section like binomial theorem and transformation is useful for the people who are taking some similar kind of national exam like GC A level also. Those are also useful the students for anywhere in the world. Also, actually, I forget to mention something. I must thank my wife Kanti for her patience. Actually, during the recording time at the end of the year, in the busy period, I must thank my wife. Also, actually, my cousin daughter Upuli and her 2 daughters, especially Setuni and Sayuni, helped me a lot for editing and providing other facilities. I must thank for all of them. Thank you very much.